Tracks. Let's talk music.
Hi, it's Robbie. It's Chatting Tracks. Let's talk music indeed. Welcome to today's episode. I thought I'd just jump on and quickly talk about the Oasis news that has just recently dropped. So it turns out the brothers, there might be a sort of getting together, reconciling the two brothers at last. So the band broke up, 15 years ago it was. And was it Liam broke Noel's guitar and something like that, or the other way around? And it just all went ape shit and they broke up. Anyway, it looks like they're getting back together now. Fans have been asking for this for ages and it looked like it was never going to happen. Maybe they need the money. Who knows? Probably not. But, it looks like they're getting back together and there's some stuff that's being teased. Let's take a look into that anyway, shall we? So it says there, rock legends Liam and Noel Gallagher have fueled rumours after a long-awaited Oasis reunion that the brothers have teased an announcement that could be made on Tuesday morning. Now, they're saying Tuesday, it's Monday night, and I've known about this since Saturday, so it took a little while for this news to get out, but it looks like something's happening as well. The Mancunian rockers, renowned for their fictitious relationship over the decades, have each shared a video on their ex accounts showing the date 27/8/24 before it flickers and says 8 a.m. Well, what a way to announce it on Twitter, not through their official site. They went through Twitter as well. And then it goes to the original Oasis logo. So there's a bit going on there as well. So they've both used Twitter at the same time, which is, that's definitely one of those things that they wouldn't have done in the past before. So it looks like, is it Heaton Park in Manchester is definitely on the forefront to be one of the places now, although Liam says that's a horrible place to play. It's got terrible sound, so he doesn't want to play there. And Wembley Stadium is up for grabs as well. So someone tweeted Liam and said, is this going to happen? And he said, I'll see you down the front. So it looks like they're definitely up for some sort of getting together, some sort of musical reunion, and they want to do something together after all these years, I know. But the question is, it's been 15 years. Is it too long for them to do it now? Is it something's best left in the past? Some bands, they have their time, they break up, and then that's that. And maybe that's where that should live. It should live in the past because, you remember them then rather than now because they're going to be older and, it's not going to be the same. They're not going to have the same swagger. I mean, to be fair, they probably will. But, is it going to be the same sort of thing? Definitely maybe he's marking its 30th anniversary year this year as well. This week, actually. So is it one of those things where they've done it to mark the 30 years? They said, look, lads, this is getting daft. We've got an amazing catalogue and we need to do something about it. Now, I never was an Oasis fan. I've got to be absolutely honest. I've never been a huge fan of them. But it makes me wonder if, when they do this new tour, whether I'm going to be behind it and if they release new material, am I going to like it? Because they're older men, they're doing different material and different stuff. So maybe I might like it this time. So I'm interested in what it's like. So it's not that I didn't like them back in the day. It's just that what they did is they used to use music where some say homaged, others say stolen. But there was a lot of stuff that they used, which they didn't create the original artist for, and it used to just annoy me that a little bit too much. Don't get me wrong, I know they're a great band, and they've written some fantastic songs. I like The Importance of Being Idle. I think that's amazing, even though it's got bits from The Benefit Mr. Kite in it by the Beatles. But, I just think this time round, it could be really interesting for me, because when they were back in originally, I was into grunge and all this sort of stuff, so I wasn't into them heavily, if you see what I mean. I was into that sort of American pop rock stuff. And it's only years later I sort of listen to the odd bits now and again. I thought, they're pretty good for what they did at the time. I think they're pretty good. But I'm from the South, so it was mainly Blur for me. When they had that, who's going to get number one thing, I was on the Blur side. So it was quite interesting that, Blur have not done a 30th anniversary. Actually, they did. They just did a tour. What were we talking about? Anyway, you got Blur and maybe Oasis touring within a couple of years of each other. So that's quite an interesting thing as well. They both had 30-year-old albums that were their landmark albums, really. And theirs was part of life, and it definitely maybe. So it's interesting that after 30 years, they're both sort of touring and maybe doing something with it. As I'm not a huge fan, let me know in the comments what album I should listen to, and which single should I listen to, and have you seen them live? Let me know what your live experience was like if you saw them live as well, because I'd love to know that as well. It's going to be interesting. I'm going to keep an eye on it. I think it could be a really interesting thing. If you can, like and subscribe and check out the rest of the channel because I've got deep dives into albums. I've got live streams, reaction videos, and interviews on here. There's all sorts of stuff. If you love music, this is the place for you. Anyway, thanks for joining me on this. I just thought I'd jump on and talk about it real briefly. And yeah, let's see what happens. And I might do a follow-up video in the future. Who knows? Let me know. What should I listen to? I'll see you soon. Love and peace.